Welcome back to Simply Made Local. I'm Abby and I'm here to show you how to make simple, no-sew fabric pumpkins. Let's get started. For this project, you will need a glue gun, twine, material, or the sleeve of an old sweater or flannel, some stuffing, beans, scissors, a cinnamon stick, rubber bands, and some decorative accents like leaves, pine cones, or even beads. You want to get started by cutting a piece of material that you will glue together into a tube. The diameter of the tube will determine the width of your pumpkin. If you are using the sleeve of a sweater or flannel, you can just cut both ends to create a tube and move on to the next step. Flip the material over so that you are working with it inside out. Using your glue gun, glue a seam down the edge of one side of the material, then connect both ends to create a tube. Once you've glued the tube, set it down and grab your twine. Measure out a piece of string that is 1.5 times the length of your material. Then, without cutting, equally measure 4 more pieces for a total of 5 strings. Cut the string and collectively tie a knot at one end. Now cut the strings at each end to create separate strings held together by the knot. Thread the strings through the material so that the knot is laying just outside one end. With one hand holding the knot, start to bunch the material on both ends towards the middle. With the knot just outside of the material, tie a small rubber band tightly around the base of the knot. Since I will be adding beans to this pumpkin for weight, I want to create a tighter seal, so I'm going to tie an extra piece of string around the rubber band to seal the bottom of the pumpkin. Pull the string so that the knot sits right above the rubber band. Now pull the knot through the material, making the material right side out. Open the tube and pour in some beans to add some weight to the bottom of your pumpkin. Now it's time to add some fluff to your pumpkin. Add a generous amount of stuffing, making sure to really stuff it down to the bottom to create a nice rounded shape. Once you've added all the stuffing, cinch the top and give it a tight twist. Holding tightly, apply a small rubber band to the top and pull tight any loose material. For this pumpkin, I want to add a cinnamon stick as my stem, so I'm going to cut the excess material just above the rubber band. If you don't have a cinnamon stick, cut the excess material to the length that you want your stem, that you will wrap with twine in just a moment. Insert the cinnamon stick into the top of the pumpkin. Now start to separate the strings evenly at the bottom of the pumpkin. One by one, pull each string tightly up to the stem, wrap it around, and tuck it back under itself. Pull the string tight and let the excess hang. As you're pulling the strings tight, if any of your material becomes loose or lumpy, pull the material tight up through the rubber band. Continue this process until you've pulled up all 5 pieces of string, molding your pumpkin and giving it shape as you go. Collectively bring the strings together and start to wrap and glue the strings around the base of the stem. This is where, if you chose not to use a cinnamon stick, you will wrap the twine around the excess material, creating the shape of a stem. If needed, add additional twine around the base of the stem to cover the excess material. This is where you can mold the stuffing and adjust the strings to achieve the desired shape that you want for your pumpkin. And last, add finishing touches like leaves or pine cones to your finished product. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please give us a like and subscribe to our channel for more DIY craft tutorials.